Scoopers. I'm here with Christina and I'm Katie, and we wanted to talk a little bit about books because we are big readers, especially Christina. You've read a lot of really great books, so I wanted to actually pick Christina's brain a little bit on some. Today we're taking from Christina's list of top 10 marriage books. So first, Christina is going to share a book that she's read that she has on that list. And Christina, can you just tell me a little bit about this book?
Sure.
And we're going to start off with how many scoops out of 5, right?
Yep.
Scoops out of 5 do you rate this book? I'll start there.
Yeah. So the book we're doing today is called Becoming the Woman of His Dreams by Sharon Jaynes. This is the number 1 book on my top 10 marriage books. So definitely I would give this book a 5 scoops because it's my favorite. A lot of the marriage books say similar information, especially the like top 3 or whatever say a lot of similar information, but this was probably the first one I read that had those principles, so that's probably why it's near and dear to my life. I have read this book multiple times because it's a good reminder, and the way that Sharon Jaynes writes it is so applicable and hard-hitting yet soft at the same time, if that makes any sense. It's definitely, she's speaking truth in a nice way that I needed to hear. So
is it directed, is the audience supposed to be more women, or is it, I'm assuming because of the title, but
yep.
I just,
So this one is definitely more for women to read. A guy can read it too, but so the subtitle is 7 Qualities Every Man Longs For. So again, this is one of those ones that kind of gives you more of a perspective on what is a man looking for in a woman, and not necessarily that we have to conform who we are, but I describe it as becoming your best self. If you want to have a marriage, nobody gets married and says, maybe I'll have a bad marriage. No, I want to have a great marriage, and not just a good marriage. I want to have a great marriage. So that means I'm going to be working my butt off to learn everything I can about how to be a better wife for Josh. And I don't think this is a like women suppressing type of thing. It's just, how can I best serve my husband because I love him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So is it like a book that people should read before marriage, like when they're thinking about it, when they're in a serious relationship, or even before they get in a relationship? What do you think?
Both and all of them. I think you should read it and can read it before you're married, just to kind of, it'll help you with dating information and also kind of prepare you for what a healthy marriage relationship looks like, especially if you haven't had that example in your life, as well as once you're married, you're going to have a different perspective on the problems that are going on, and that's what that means, Yep. And it's going to, reading this again after you get married, it's going to speak a lot differently to you after you're married.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Just with everything else.
Definitely. So I'm not sure if we covered this already, but 2 to 3 things you take away from this book.
Sure.
You could sum it up in bullet points.
So this book to me is a lot about how to work together as a married couple. When you're growing together as a couple, you're no longer one person. And it took me a long time to realize that who am I as Josh's wife? Am I still myself? Am I nobody because there's Josh? Or how do we form a relationship together? So a lot of the things that they do talk about in here is, what do we do for Christmas? For Christmas traditions, do we go to my parents? We've always gone to my parents, but now I'm married, so do I just not go to my parents? Mm-hmm. So kind of just stuff like that. So practical application, how does that apply in your life?
That's interesting, yeah. I think too, because I think when you go into a marriage, sometimes you essentially go through a new identity, right? So you have to think, it sounds like it guides you through that aspect of it. How do you have this new identity, and wrap your mind around that, right?
Yep.
Okay, great.
And then I would definitely recommend this. This is more of a general overview marriage book as opposed to a specific thing exactly in marriage, or it's not about specifically how you do finances. No, it's a general overview for marriage. So I would definitely recommend this for all wives, whether or not you have a good relationship or a bad relationship in marriage. Again, it strengthens a good relationship and it can help out a bad relationship. So I mean, that's a good so it's not like a crisis marriage book or anything like that. So definitely a good
All right, so
daily reading.
yeah, hold it up, and then we'll summarize 5 scoops, top of your list for top 10 marriage
Number
books.
1, yep.
So, Becoming the Woman of His Dreams. Check it out. Thank you.
Yep.